Hi, my name is Dr. Quinton Moss, a board-certified psychiatrist, and I believe in trying to interweave mind, body, and spirit. How do we deal with the mental stress and anxiety from social media? I think the first thing that we do is that we try to limit ourselves on social media. You know, social media is like an endless faucet that we could spend hours a day, devoting our time and attention. So the first thing is maybe to limit ourselves, maybe to only 45 minutes of social media a day. So if we limit the insult, of course, we limit its effects. Social media, unlike other things that we may experience, causes this release in dopamine. Dopamine is this feel-good neurotransmitter or brain chemical. The more that we experience social media, we like things, particularly if things like the things that we're doing, or our interests continue to pop up in our feed, we get this slow dose of dopamine. The more time that you spend on the screen, the algorithms will feed you more and more of this stuff. So over a period of time, you have to have more and more content, more and more scrolling to be able to get that same effect from the dopamine that you're experiencing before. It's almost like a person who's at a bar. At some point, the bartender knows not to serve someone anymore. With social media, there is no one to say stop. So we have an endless scrolling of all this content that eventually helps us become more anxious, oftentimes more depressed, and depending on how polarizing the content may be, more angry. So how do we deal with burnout from social media? Hey, are you caught up in doom scrolling? Just endlessly going through these loops of different posts. One way is to try a simple detox. And that begins with not necessarily stopping all of the social media, because that'll probably be difficult for most of us to do. But again, dramatically reduce the amount of social media that you're consuming. We know that social media affects the prefrontal cortex. These areas are involved with thinking, making decisions, and it also affects some of the emotional parts of the brain, where we try to manage our stress and emotions. We can restore those areas by doing three things. One, exercise. Find a way to get some type of movement. Number two, getting out in nature. Being out in nature actually restores those parts of the brain. And thirdly, something that is terribly affected by this doom scrolling is sleep. Getting the appropriate amounts of sleep, allows for us to be able to restore, again, the thinking brain and the emotional brain. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I'm just asking that you like, subscribe, and if you know someone who could benefit from hearing or seeing this, that you share this with them. I hope you have a blessed day.